Hello everyone, this is Ryan again with a deck review for Hocus Pocus. Today we're going to take a look at the Thick Lines deck designed by Aaron Draplin from the Draplin Design Co for the How Design Live Conference in Boston of 2014. This deck was funded using the DeckStarter platform, and over 750 decks were sold while the campaign was live. Before we go any further into the cards, I want to talk a little bit about the team members that made this possible. Aaron Draplin is an ultra-creative designer based out of Portland, Oregon. He's known for his logo work and his interesting approach to creativity. He mostly works with bold lines and font, and there's a style that he brings to his pieces that gives it an impression of a retro design while still maintaining a modern feel. DeckStarter was the platform used to fund this deck, and in case you're unfamiliar with it, it's a group of talented designers that teamed up with expert cardmen Dan and Dave to provide a Kickstarter-like platform solely for playing cards. They helped aid in everything from design to execution to advertising to final fulfillment. How Design Live is a conference held annually, and in 2014 it was hosted by Boston. It gathers some of the most creative minds in the design industry, gets them together to collaborate, learn, and explore new ideas in the field. This deck was distributed to some of its guests to showcase the creative packaging and the variety in card design. You probably already noticed this is not your typical playing card packaging. The Magic Pack box design comes from BurgoPack, a worldwide company geared towards creative packaging that engages the consumer. It's a really clever way of packaging the cards and hopefully opens the door to more creative boxing as more and more designers start decks on their own. Pulling on this cloth tab will magically slide the front lid back, exposing the traditional tuck box containing the cards. The design from the Magic Pack carries over to the card box. The top of the box states that this is a way limited edition Magic box. It also states that the cards are of the finest quality with linen finish, made in the USA, and an item number for the Draplin Design Company. The bottom of the box has the designer's name, DeckStarter, and How Design Live print with limited edition in the lower right corner. The front and sides list the same basic information. The back has a list of uses for the cards and a good luck wish from Aaron himself. At the very bottom is some fine print and website information for DeckStarter. Once the deck is removed from the Magic Pack, there's a famous line from a song giving some good advice on card gambling. All the information from the Magic Pack box is also printed on the traditional tuck case. The tuck flap has some extra detail added for a nice touch, and one of the side flaps says, "Thank you for believing in the Draplin Design Company." The cards are printed by USPCC using their linen finish. The card backs feature a full bleed, semicircular bands of color, graduating from dark in the corners to light in the center. The pattern is a mirror image of itself, making it a two-way deck. The print registry is excellent, allowing the design to melt over the edges seamlessly. This deck comes with two jokers, both the same, with the word Joker in varying colors from golden yellow to deep brown. Haha replaces the Joker indices. The card faces are all custom, from the pips to the layout to the quartz and even to the color. In place of red and black, orange and brown are used, and they're the only colors on the faces, excluding the Jokers. The aces have a clean design with the thick line theme carrying over from the card backs and box. All four have the same level of customization, utilizing flowing lines in place of solid pips. The core cards are reimagined with a minimalist outline, again in the thick lines theme. A DDC badge sits in the center and is the only non-mirrored image on the quartz. The number cards have a slightly different layout, all the pips orient in one direction. The pips themselves carry over the same pattern from the aces. The type in the corners is bold and stands out nicely against the white backgrounds and ties into the bold design theme perfectly. There are two ad cards in this deck, one for DeckStarter and the other for BurgoPack. I would have really liked a double backer in this deck, but it's not a deal breaker. So there's a lot of nice features that I like about this deck from a collector's point of view. The box and its unique opening method is really awesome. The fact that it's a limited edition is also a good feature. The attention to detail and how everything lines up in spacing from the box to the tuck case to the cards themselves is really impressive. The colors that they chose are bright and bold, remind me of fall time or when leaves change color. And the size of the box displays well and stands out from the rest of your collection. A cardist can appreciate the handling of the deck. Like most USPCC decks, they are consistent, smooth, and have a nice glide feeling to them. The bold colors and thick lines look phenomenal in flourishes and spreads. Most full bleed designs look like a solid blob when spread, but these have a nice blur or streak effect to them. So because these cards are entirely custom from the back design to the courts to the pips, it might make it a little bit difficult to use in Street Magic or performances, but for internet videos this deck is awesome. The vibrant colors and the simplistic faces show up great even when the cards are in action. So overall I think this is a great deck to own, collect, or to use. The minimalist design and the bold colors make this deck stand out. The fluid theme is evident in every aspect of the deck. The cards handle well and stand up to a lot of use. However, with any full bleed deck, you might notice edge wear a bit easier. This deck is one of the few decks that was funded using DeckStarter, and in my opinion, of all the ones made, this is one of the better designs. I think it's worth every penny, and I feel once you get them, own them, use them, display them, you'll feel the same way. So if you're on the fence about this deck, I hope this video helps you decide. Stop over to hocus-pocus.com and you can find this deck among 400 plus other decks. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for many more reviews.